We're gonna do a little roof wash today. It's not your typical roof wash, it's a flat roof. And you can see the building right here behind me. See, it has a gutter across the top, but no chemicals today. Just a simple roof wash. Get a few things out of the car here. This is where I keep all my extra hose, down here in my front seat. So we'll grab that, we'll drop this right here for now. Just take up the sections that we need. And then right here is where I keep my main hose on a reel. I think it's 50 feet. So we'll run this out. This will be our main line. Let's go ahead and extend that. All right, now that we got our main feed off of here, we got our feed input going right there to the spigot that's right here, already connected. We're probably gonna need about another 100 feet of hose, so I'm gonna take my lightweight hose because I don't like to use the thicker stuff when you get up on the roof. This stuff versus, I think this is like 1/2 inch versus 3/4, or 3/4 versus 1/4 inch, something like that. 3/4 versus 1/4 inch, I think. This is heavy. This is light. All right, we'll see you up on the roof. All right, we're gonna take the rest of our hose up top and get that connected. I'm also gonna put a ball valve so I can open that up and let water flow while, so that way I don't build pressure on the line, or the line doesn't just go crazy up there on the top of the roof while I start the machine. All right, coming back down. After all that nonsense, here we go. Coming back down. Dude, something smells dead over here. So what we're gonna do is grab our guns and our tips. We get a couple different tips out, that way I can just go straight up here and just start rinsing. Get this thing cranked up, just filled it up with a full tank of gas. Let's go. Probably just gonna start with my J-rod. J-rod always seems to be the best flow pressure. I use this one right here. That's my rinse tip, fan pattern rinse tip. And this is my shooter rinse tip. So this is a soak tip, and that's a soak tip. This is the one I'll start with. Always start gentle. Turbo tip, green tip in my pocket. Here we go. Come with me, let's do this. I like to try to be a little quick with this because when you got water flowing in a location that you're not there with, it makes things a little bit sketchy. So I'm gonna take you up the ladder with me. Try to move a little bit quick. Got the camera in my hand, so hopefully we got water flowing. We do. Looks good. All right, here we go. On the roof. All right, water's flowing. As you can see, we got water right here. Had it running down a drain, that way I'm trying to be smart. And then I can shut off that ball valve, connect my gun, all while the machine is running downstairs. Boom, 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 we're ready. So now I can rinse this crud away that he wanted. And right away, I'm noticing I'm gonna need my green tip. Put this in my back pocket. Green tip will give me more pressure, allow me to move this a little bit quicker. So I'm gonna try to just get this black out of here, this black that's on the top. Not using any chemicals up here. We're just blowing this roof off, trying to get it as nice looking as possible. crud, a lot of crud on here. It's not real easy. This one's not real easy. There's a lot of crud up here, so it just makes it hard. It flies everywhere. Once you move it from one spot to the next, it gets real squirrely. I'm just trying to get it all to the edge. That's one of the hardest parts about this job, is like planning where you're gonna go with the dirt and the debris, like what order to work in. You got to be very strategic about what order you're doing things in. And if you're not, you end up making more of a headache for yourself. All right, so like I was saying, we're gonna let that dry up a little bit and just kind of respread some of this sand, some of this roof sand, because a lot of this is just released from the tiles, and better than washing it off, just kind of give it a nice appearance. Just a light brushing across the top, and the drier it gets, I feel like the better the results will be. Starting to dry up nicely. Yeah, that looks good. These little subtle touches that will separate you, make you look like you gave a shit. I'm just putting some of that light pebble back over the top of everything. All right, so that's it. We are done. We did those little spots back there on the roof, as you can see. Just want you to see behind me, that's all done. There's a spot right there that we just did. Right there, you can see how once it starts to dry, you'll see this roof will match a little bit more. Right now, wet spot over there, wet spot right here. But nice and clean. So that's the first roof. Second roof, this is your middle building. Same thing. This one just dried a little bit faster. This was the last roof I did over here. This one I did first. So same thing. A lot of algae was growing right there towards the back of the roof. So what we did, came in here with low pressure, rinsed all the dirt off, kind of started pushing it towards the gutter that way. And we rinsed away all of that black algae that was growing, that chunky stuff. Pushed it all down, pushed it all the way down, all the way down, all the way to those two drains up there in the top corner. And I'll show you those a little closer in a minute. But I just wanted you to see that area right there was really chunky black algae. And then right here was a lot of black algae mold kind of growing. So we rinsed it all out, let it dry, came back with our broom again, and we just brushed the loose sand and gravel back over the tar paper that was starting to release the gravel. So we put that gravel back in place just to protect that, I don't know if it's aesthetics, I'm not a roof guy. I don't know if, like, by brushing that gravel back in place and that asphalt, I don't know if that will, in my mind, it does add longevity. Once it rains again, it will loosen up and wash around. But if you get pictures and inspect this, it looks really good right now. So for insurance purposes, I think a nice photo sooner than later. All right, here is the third roof. This is Mama Geezy's roof. This one wasn't as bad, I gotta say. This one was a little newer. It's a different color. So there wasn't as much loose gravel on this one. It was over there might have been some looseness, a little further back, some loose asphalt that came off the tar paper. But other than that, you just had some like pool. There's a lot of pooling in little weird areas up here. You get these little buildups of black, and we washed away most of it, and it looks pretty clean. I'm gonna get up on the ledge and show you. We picked up all the debris, like this stuff, like all along the edge, you know. This is all off the roof. All right, give you an up top shot. Still a little wet. And this is what I mean by the loose sand and the loose gravel. You can see it right here. I'm gonna come back with my broom and brush this stuff. I was just waiting for it to dry. Like, this was still wet. I was just waiting for it to dry up. But yeah, we got most of the organic matter off. That way it doesn't eat into this roof tile and you have a better appearance. Shot from over here. This roof, the second one in the middle.